welcome to Auto Club Speedway on consecutive nights as both the trucks and the ARC Music Gen 4 Cup cars taking on Auto Club Speedway here in week 2 of Sidewinder. Cliff getting in late on his FAFO command. Way to go, Cliff. Hayden Lowell, first car around on the warm-up lap. Should be the first one to put up a lap time once he completes his first lap. We'll hop around and see who else is out there with the last week's winner, 69 of Chris Stamper. Bobcat Dairy Bar car. Tim No heading out for a lap. Justin Sipes heading out, the unsponsored 55. Clint Cox since 03. Back to Hayden. So see him look out of turns 3 and 4, see what kind of lap time, what kind of benchmark we're going to have. Hayden, the slowest, is all the times ahead of him. It's like he kind of ran a throwaway lap on lap 1, going for the heater on lap 2. Jolene Ruby Sims in the 6, the Barbie machine to the top of the charts. Tyler Lanen finished his essay just in time to be here with us tonight. And to write a 3-page essay on plagiarism. Told me if he had to, he would plagiarize the essay on plagiarism just to be here in time. Can't confirm whether he did or not, but he is here. Hayden Lowell's lap number 2 is quick enough. Did put down the heater and goes to the top of the charts with a 38.625. Lanen slots in second. Mike Edwards third. Clint Cox goes to fourth in the 03. Sims currently in the 5th spot. Cox has one more lap to go in the 03, so if he can pick up like Hayden did, he will be a threat for the pole. We'll see what the 03 can put down on lap number 2. Also still out there, Sipes, Montrose, Thomas Green, Tim No, Trenton Sneed. Those cars on lap number 2. Cox out of 4, down to the apron. 38.67, that should be third. There he goes. Trenton Sneed clocks in right behind him in 4th. We'll wrap up Trenton's qualifying. Sipes not going to get lap 2 as he's on the pit lane. Thomas Green, winner in IndyCar last week. He'll move up to the 4th spot. That familiar Wheaties Dale Earnhardt paint scheme. It's like lap 1 for the 7 of Isaac Shelley. See right side damage, the right front. This car got the wall on his first attempt, first lap. Instead of reset and get a new car, he stayed in the throttle. This car not going to put down a very solid lap with that right front damage. A little bit slower on lap 2. Puts him 11th quick overall. His first lap didn't count because he hit the wall. Ethan Evers currently 14th in the Black Bud machine. Classic Dale Jr., Dale Earnhardt Sr. Double up here as he gets the wall. That'll violate his second lap, and he's going to loop it around for good measure. Do the Dale Earnhardt Daytona victory. He just hangs in the throttle and spins it across the grass. If Rachatsky can make it back around, it'll be close. First lap put up 18th quick. Andrew Beach, Cliff Mullins on track for lap 1 for each of them. It's like Beach won't make it around, but Mullins might. Mullins will get an official lap in at a 38.8. That'll put him 8th quick. Here comes Berchowski, not in time. Qualifying ends on him. Hayden Lowell, your pole sitter, ahead of Tyler Lanen. Those two have quite a beef. So this could be interesting. Wow, that's a hell of a thing to have on the broadcast. Let the field grid up out there. We'll run through our Labor 12 starting lineup once we get everybody out on track. We'll go ahead and kick off the tunes. Let you enjoy some delightful Labor 12. Click up to the highest running car until we have all the way to our post here. Tom Steve, hey. Dad as well. Old Steve down hanging out. As we mentioned, these two have quite a beef between each other, so the start of this race could be a little spicy. Kind of Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski-esque between the two of these. They would both say they're neither of their drivers, however, they act like them. Our cars need to get out on the track, so we can come through our starting lineup for the 03, the 55, 69, 7, 23. Track. Starting lineup here tonight from Auto Club. We've got 28 cars in this race. Very nice, healthy field. Love to see it. Gen 4 Cup Series here, presented by our friends at Arc Music. Our Sidewinder Racing Leagues. You can check out all the leagues and get more information at bgsracing.com. So cars are just going to miss their time shot as we go through here. Hayden Lowell, one of your pole sitter in the 56 Napa Chevrolet. Tyler Lane is starting second in the Wayland Dodge. Clint Cox right on time. Well, how he jumped that way. Bobcat Terry Barr Chevy starts in the third spot. Thomas Green, the Wheaties to Earnhardt Chevy starts in fourth. Jarrett Talmadge, Kevin Harvick Shell Pennzoil Throwback starts in the fifth spot. Trent Sneen, Steve Tucson Game Farm Corvette starts in sixth. Mike Edwards, the Footwear Screen Printing Chevrolet starts in seventh. Cliff Mullins, Pinnacle Trailer Sales Pontiac starts eighth. Jolene Ruby Sims in the Barbie Ford starts in 9th. Justin Sykes in his 55 Chevy starts in 10th. John Garrett, the Crazy Owl Chevrolet starts in 11th. Ian Montrose Autismal Awareness Chevy 12th. Chris Stamper, Bobcat Dairy Bar Chevy starts in 13th. Ivan Shelley Sirius Satellite Dodge starts in 14th. Tim Noe in the 606 Racing Chevy starts in 15th. We have Levi Heilman, I believe is how we pronounce this one, 27 Chevy Camaro starting in 16th. Keith Beavers, the Budweiser King of Beers Black Bud Machine starts 17th. He's got some connection issues. Dalton Hayes, he'll roll off in the 18th spot in this very interesting USA car. Jeff Rachotsky in the 5 Kellogg's Machine starts in 19th. Travis Martin, the Mac-Tonight Ford 20th. Andrew Beach, Side Pipes Pontiac in 21st. Daniel Wallen should start 22nd. Dustin Adams in 25, will start 23rd. J.R. Deal in the number 9 Dodge starts 24th. Jeremy Scher, the High Point Ford, 25th. Jake Lawrence in the 68 starts in 26th. Scott Elston, 27th in his Live RC machine. And Will Ashbetter, the Fort Worth DGS Racing Camaro, starting 28th. We made it all the way through as the fields worked out of turn number 4. 28 cars set to do battle. There goes our Ford Mustang pace car. The sun is starting to set. Hayden Mullins, Tyler Lane. Watch for the fireworks at the start. These two do not get along. Should see a lot of pinching. Hayden starts to slide on the track. Tyler Lane saw him coming, moves up the hill, gets him back in loose, and that's going to let Hayden Mull get free. Lane avoiding contact, lost the back end. Thomas Green now side by side. Clint Cox for third. Out of the field already single file. 80 laps to contest here tonight. Sage will not be a caution at halfway. Just give out points at the end of lap 20. See Cox working hard for that third spot. The 03 to the battle. He's 29 going way up to the wall. That's Jarrett Talmadge. And first caution is out. Looks like Ian Montrose has had an issue as his name's dropping down the running order. If I can see what happens to the one machine. 47 of Dalton Hayes also involved. They come together coming off turn number 2. I don't know if Dalton didn't know he was up there. Let's take another look from the high side. Yeah, it looks like Dalton may not have known Ian Montrose was up there. Goes up into his door like he is clear. Don't really see too much damage for the one machine. Looks like he got away with that pretty cleanly. Dalton probably sees that 7, has no idea the 1 car's up there. Goes right up into his door. Caution on lap 2. Dalton Hayes, Ian Montrose come together off turn number 2. While we have a moment, let's track down Hayden Lowell in the 56. Hopefully he's hanging out in Discord chat somewhere. If not, he's listening to stream and knows he better get his ass in there. There he is. Hayden, DG, got a copy? Never hears the first thing I say, so let's do it again. Hayden, DG, got a copy?
Hi, Swiss.
It's always the second line. Oh, your car's fast and your Discord is slow. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So, you know, we're leading. There's race cars. I had to make a paint scheme last second because I kind of forgot that I had to have a paint scheme. Track's wide. It's got multiple grooves. Everything should be fine.
And you started next to your nemesis and a clean start so far. How do you foresee that going as the race progresses?
Had some direct messages with Tyler Rayner over the last couple of days. Hopefully he can kind of understand where people aren't exactly agreeing with him on some things. So maybe it changes, maybe it doesn't. Right now they're just words. Actions are going to really speak volume on if he's going to take it to heart. So we'll see. You know, Wesley Parker out, Tyler Landon in. So just always something, you know.
You're the familiar thread there, then.
I mean, I am, but I mean, it's not like nobody else has issues with anyone else, too. Just ask Daniel Llewellyn.
If you're asking Daniel Llewellyn to support you, we got a whole different set of issues.
No, I'm saying just asking, you know, there's always someone. Everyone's always got someone.
It's very true. Everyone has somebody they want to beat. For me, it's Cliff Mullins.
Yeah, I think his shit list. I think you're at the top, just permanently a VIP. So
Yes.
I think the feeling's mutual.
Exactly, and it's not for really any real reason other than I'm usually in front of him and he doesn't like it and wants me behind him.
Those
puts
are the
me
best
there.
reasons. The best reasons are always no reason.
Just hate you for no reason. It's perfect.
Exactly.
The lights are out on the pace car. What do you think a fuel window's looking like?
I believe our fuel window is looking somewhere around 20 to 22 laps.
So we should get about a 3-stopper out of this if we.
So it should be a 3-stopper with 4 sets of tires in the pits. So this caution is going to give everyone a little bit of cushion. So I think it's comfortably a 3-stopper from here. You know, maybe you can pull some tire strategy a little bit later with that extra set. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully this number 56 Chevrolet be out front at whether it's lap 80 or something like that.
All right, sir. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
Eventually, I'll put you in your channel.
You know what? That's fine. Just distract me.
There you go. Race leader Hayden Lowell and our pole sitter tonight. Got a quick chat with them. Tyler Lanin gets a second chance at the start. Kind of bobbled on that initial start and let Hayden take off with the lead. Now he's going to get the chance to restart alongside him once again, see if he can hang on to that 64 Whelen Dodge a little better and put up a fight. Thomas Green third, Clint Cox fourth, Talmadge, Trent Steve Mullins, Ruby Sims, Sipes, and Stamper your top 10. Pace car heads off. We're going back to green flag racing. Green flag, green flag, green flag in the air. Hayden Lowell, Tyler Lanin. Hayden gets a huge jump on Tyler. This time he did not have to wait for the green flag. Thomas Green going to try to take over that second spot from Lanin. Inside line, usually pretty fast through 1 and 2 on the restart. And that top lane can hold its own. Lanin got a very good drive off turn number 2, and he is going to attack race leader Hayden Lowell on the inside into 3. Lanin drives it on in there. Hayden doesn't fight him too much, drops back down to the inside. Top 6 cars, all single file. Hayden trying to use the draft. Now he's peeking to the outside of Tyler Lehman. Lehman shuts the door on him, enters the corner high. Tim Cox, Jarrett Talmadge. Out for the first spot. Trenton Sneed, all kinds of loose down there on the inside lane. That 81 Corvette was tank slapping. Able to save the race car though. Nice save from Trenton. And that car, evil coming out of turn number 2. Back up ahead, you watch the 5th place, 4th place battle, Talmadge and Cox. We're working lap number 8. Let's look at our biggest mover so far early in this race. Scott Nelson's up 9 spots as we have our second caution. Guess that is a big mover in a bad way. Looks like Levi Heilman in the 27. Clipped Ian Montrose a little bit though. Try to get a drone shot of this. John Garrett into the left rear of the 27. Gets him turned sideways and around he goes. Up and into the outside wall. Let's watch that one more time from the 66 car. Looks like he just got a little too much momentum and caught the left rear of the 27. He nearly saved it. And then it snapped around on him. See if Montrose gets too much damage out of this. Clips him in the left rear, which bounces his right rear off the fence, but the one car saves the spin and looks okay. Montrose will be fine. Let's watch the cockpit of the 7. That had to be interesting. We're on the front stretch, going past flag stand, heading down towards turn number 1. The pit of Cox, Corey. Cockpit. There's the tag. 27 sideways equals turn. Oh my gosh, right back to the right. Isaac Shelley, great job avoiding that. That'll put us under our second caution of the race. Highest up car to hit pit lane, 5th place Jarrett Talmadge. 9 laps in, deciding it was time to come down and probably top off the fuel. Doubt we'll see a set of tires here, but you never know. Top 9 cars have not been to pit lane at all. Ethan Evers pit on the last caution. Looks like everybody else in the lead lap coming down this time. Talmadge does top off the tank. Montrose already heading back out. Isaac Shelley, Andrew Beach, J.R. Deal, all fuel stops. Sipes, Jake Lawrence, Travis Martin, Daniel Llewellyn, Dalton Hayes, 85 Scott Elston, John Garrett. He had 14-second stops, so he might have bolted on a set here. It's getting there, Monter. It's getting there. As for the hydrate, my cup's empty. Sorry. Unless you can convince Badger to refill it. Jimmy Scherer, Jeff Prochatsky. Prochatsky also a 14-second stop, so this car may have bolted on a set of tires. We'll see if they're able to put them to use. Well, Asher ran 9 seconds in the pits. Levi Heilman with the spin and contact with the wall. He took some damage repair, did not take a fast repair. Looks like Mike Edwards has already called it a night in the 14. Lights out on the pace car. We'll get the restart as we get back around. Don't see Thomas in driver chat. We can talk to Tyler Layden. Did you get your essay done, sir?
What?
Did you get your essay done?
My essay done? Yes, I did. I completed it. It was 3 pages. I ended up getting 4, so I can be proud of that.
Did you avoid the plagiarism?
I avoided the plagiarism. Yes, I did. I did not violate Coastal Carolina's code of conduct.
Perfect. Well, we find ourselves on the outside of your nemesis there, Hayden Lowell. How do we feel about the restart here? You think it's going to get a little spicy, or you just going to settle in because it's a long race?
I'll just pass him again and hoping a caution doesn't come out. If we could keep it green, I feel better. But or if we keep it like this and it's just like a 2-lap shootout at the end, I think I'm good.
10-4. All right, bud. Good luck.
Probably.
Put him back in his driver chat. So Mustang's about to make that sharp left. Here we go, back to green flag racing once again. Brian asking strange questions in the chat. I have not had a thorough cleaning of the PC since you put it together. Hayden Lowell, Tyler Lehman. The 3 of Thomas Green, the 03 of Clint Cox, and Trenton Sneed, top 5. Jolene Ruby Sims right behind Trenton. Lehman trying to roll in there on the outside, get some air on the nose and work to the outside of Hayden Lowell. Nothing doing. Thomas Green, the 03 of Cox, 81 of Sneed. Is like Cox trying to put the move on the 3. Thomas Green, these two battled about every green flag lap so far. Up ahead, Tyler Lane to the inside of Hayden Lowell. Tyler giving him plenty of room as Hayden powers back by with the high line. These two have single files. Trenton was briefly under attack from Jolene Sims, but now he is back to single file. Cliff Mullins back at ninth. They get a first one 2x2. Although I say that Trenton's looking for a spot up here in the top 5, inside the 3 of Thomas Green. Tyler Lane right on the back bumper of Hayden Lowell up front. Now he's going to look to the outside for the race lead. And he's been strong on that outside. If he can stay on the quarter panel and not let Hayden clear to the wall, could give him a good run down the backstretch. Andrew Beach did not spin. He's still in contention in the pack. Tyler Lehman fights to the outside of Hayden Lowell and takes away the race lead. I'm sure those two will get less friendly as the race goes on. Saw the leaders wreck and bring out a caution in the truck race last night. They were racing so hard. That was around lap 50 of 70. We got an extra 10 laps tonight. Thomas Green and Jolene Sims up by the wall. Sims actually gets a piece of that wall. You see the Barbie Ford bouncing off the blue wall. Jolene currently in that 6th spot. Chris Stamper, Jarrett Talmadge battle for 7th. Stamper winner at Daytona last week. Make enough starts. He is locked into the championship playoffs. They get back to single finals. We check out once again the 3 and 03. Jolene up and into the wall again in the 6 car. A little too high. How many cars tonight? 29, 28. I'm looking at the 29 car that just came out. 28 cars. Jolene fights back to the inside of Chris Stamper. And they're trying to go 3 wide as Stamper gets to the inside of the 29 of Talmadge. Plenty of room to do that here, but exiting the corner can get quite spicy coming off turn 2. Ian Montrose has made his way back out to the top 10, just behind Cliff Mullins. Shelley in 11th. Ethan Evers running 12th. Jake Lawrence 13th. There's John Garrett behind him in 14th. And Jeff Perchotsky 15th. Daniel Wallen 16th. Tim No making his debut in SRL running 17th. Darren Scher 18th. JR Deal 19th. And Levi Heinlein also making the debut. They're in 20th. Andrew Beach 21st. Dustin Adams 22nd. Dalton Hayes 23rd. Justin Sipes 24th. Scott Elston 25th. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man 26th. Will Asherbrander 27th. All cars with all those cautions still on the lead lap. It's like Trenton Sneed trying to take over 4th. Gets to the outside of the 3. Heard them say that the fuel window is about 20 to 25 laps. Trenton bounces it off the wall coming off turn number 4. A little too high there. Car looks okay though. Hayden Knowles regained the lead. Hayden sliding the back in behind him coming off turn number 2. That's going to give Hayden a little breathing room. As Cox closes in to try and fight for second. Cox will take that spot going into 3. Lanen trying to get the crossover. Drives it to the inside of Clint Cox. And the back end once again coming around on that 64 car. He may have heated up those rear tires a little too much. He might be hanging on for dear life for the rest of this tire run. Still plenty of speed though, right up towards the front of the pack. That is the 3 of Thomas Green into the wall. Drivers are treating California like Darlington. Cox gets around Lanen. Trenton Sneed does as well, so I'm presuming Lanen had another spicy corner exit. 64 car's rear tires seem to be quite warm. Very greasy and sliding. Trenton brushed the wall again, as did Clint Cox. Tires are wearing out in this hot California track. Trenton Sneed up to P2. Has to make his family happy. See, he's fighting that loose condition on exit 2. The back end was coming around on his car. That leaves Hayden Lowell a half-second lead over Trenton Sneed. And Tyler Lanen battles Cox for the 3rd spot. Talmadge right behind him, along with Chris Stamper, Jordan Sims, and Cliff Mullins. Top 2 are working away from this kind of pack that's forming. 5 cars under a blanket. Cox, Lanen, Talmadge, Stamper, and Sims. Oof. Sims got very close to Talmadge there. He will avoid contact. A little bit of door contact there between Lanen and the 03. Clint Cox. And Talmadge way up in that top lane. Keeps it out of the wall though. Cox clears the 64 of Lanen. Takes over the 3rd spot. Now the 29 of Talmadge going to look inside Lanen as the 64 drifts back. Talmadge wanting to come up the track, but Lanen still hanging on there. Now Sims going to look to the outside of the 29. As Cox has run down Trenton Sneed. Trying to put pressure on for second. Lanen able to hold off Talmadge. Talmadge now under attack from the 6 of Sims. And here comes Stamper back into the equation. Cliff Mullins about a half-second back watching all this unfold in front of him. Battles going on all over the track. Nearly 3 wide there. Drivers are putting on a heck of a show early in the race. Just past the quarter mark. Six and 29 battling for the 5th spot. Lane and see those rear tires still kind of warm, sliding it out on corner exit. I think J Munch is rooting for the 7th place car for Stanford. Salmadge working the high side, going to get by Tyler Lehman. Lehman forced to the bottom. Lehman's coming to the pit lane. You see him locking up the tires, trying to get on pit road in the wheel and dodge. We have a green flag pit stop. Tyler Lehman had not pit yet this race, brings his 64 Dodge to the pit lane. We'll check in on Hayden Wall. Hayden has almost a full second now over Clint Cox, Trenton Steed, Jarrett Talmadge, and Jolene Ruby Sims. Jarrett Talmadge in this group came down pit lane on the last caution, so his car is topped off the tank. He can go an extra probably 5 to 6 laps. Hayden Lowell looks like he's bringing the lead machine down pit lane, bringing a slew of cars with him. About all the cars that stayed out on the last caution. Pit lane suddenly a busy place for the drivers that had not pit all race. The only driver able to stay out that hadn't pit yet, 00. Tim No, 27 laps and counting. He was able to stretch that tank a little bit longer in the 00. Sure we'll see him hit pit lane out of the top 10 this time. Like Prochatsky was able to get on and off pit lane. Of Hayden Lull. See 8 Ethan Evers, the 00 of the No, both hit the pit lane. Jarrett Talmadge leads in the Pennzoil Chevy. Isaac Shelley second, John Garrett third. These drivers stopped under the last caution and topped the tanks off. So they got some extra laps they can run. The rest of the drivers went about 27 laps. With the 2 cautions in there. See Tyler Layden with the better tires, just drive right by everybody. Layden by stopping a lap sooner than Hayden Lowell. That's the gap. You see the Napa car in the background. That's what that 1 extra lap on newer tires did for Tyler Layden. Puts him out ahead of the 56. About 7/10 the gap between the two. Hayden still has to get around the 29 race leader Jarrett Talmadge to get unlapped. Daniel Llewellyn hits the pit lane, leaving 14 cars still to pit on this cycle. Talmadge, Shelley, John Garrett, Jake Lawrence, Ian Montrose, Jeremy Scher, Dalton Hayes, Andrew Beach, Justin Sipes, Travis Martin, J.R. Deal, Dustin Adams, Scott Elston, and Will Asherbrenner. All the cars that have not come down pit lane yet. Tyler Lane in the first one that has, running 15th. Showing on the lead lap. Hayden Lull and Clint Cox, the top 3 that have made it to the pit lane, running 15th, 16th, 17th. Jarrett Talmadge, your leader. Jolene Sims in the 6th gets unlapped. Trenton will be the next one to try and unlap himself. Trenton had a bit of a slow stop and a bit of a slow pit lane time. See, it's costing him a couple of seconds on track. You see the 29 Talmadge, a race leader, sliding that back end around. Isaac Shelley going to get to the inside and battle for the race lead. Sirius Satellite Dodge, number 7, takes the point. And Cliff Mullins trying to take away a spot. That's Cliff already off pit lane, so he's really just trying to unlap himself. Currently the first car 1 lap down. Thomas Green in the 3, trying to join him. Cliff back to the lead lap. Here comes the 3. 81, Trenton Steed down there. Trenton's been on and off the pit lane. He's trying to get unlapped. probably next 3 laps, start looking for these leaders. Come down the pit lane. They would probably ideally want to make it all the way to the stage, but probably not going to happen. Talmadge, John Garrett bring it off the racetrack, coming to pit lane. Ethan's computer crashed for the 8 car, so mechanical failure on the 8 machine has him off the track currently. We'll see if that team works on the car and gets it back on the race. Trenton has some right front damage on that 81 car. See the tire sticking out. Didn't see what happened to his Corvette to pick up that damage. Ed, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Pretty sure you race in our series. Pretty sure I've said your name. The Donahue, I'm thinking. Here comes race leader Isaac Shelley onto pit lane. Justin Sipes going to follow down in second. And looks like Dustin Adams also bringing his machine down from the 3rd spot. This should complete the green flag pit stops and put Tyler Lane and Hayden Lowell back out in front once they come around and take those 3 spots away. Tyler Lane, by virtue of pitting 1 lap earlier than Hayden Lowell, got out in front. See the field spread out a little bit from those green flag stops. And we tried to show you Clint Cox, but they were passing the cars on pit lane, moved around on my screen. Clint in 3rd. Hayden closing in on the back of that 64. Battle for the race leads about to heat up. Lanen holding the inside. Almost looked like he let Hayden go, which is weird for those two. Hayden back to the point in the 56. Clint Cox in 3rd, not too far behind. Then about a 2.5 seconds back to Jolene Sims in 4th. Thomas Green now running in 5th. The Wheaties 3 machine, Cliff Mullins 6th. Then you have Trenton Sneed 7th, Chris Stamper 8th, Garrett Talmadge running 9th, Isaac Shelley in 10th. Shelley, one of those cars that just pitted along with Talmadge, so those two should have the best tires to work with inside the top 10. We'll see if they can use it to an advantage and run down the drivers ahead of them. You see the 7 pulling away from Levi Hellman in the 27th. Levi currently 11th. We have Montrose, Tim No 12th and 13th. Dalton Hayes 14th. John Garrett 15th. Jake Lawrence 16th. Jeremy Sheriff 17th. Travis Martin 18th. Andrew Beach 19th. Justin Sipes in 20th. J.R. Deal 21st. Daniel Wallen 22nd. Scott Elston 23rd. Dustin Adams 24th. Jeff Perchatsky 25th. Will Asherbrenner 26th. So see him low coming out of the corner. A little bit of right front damage to that Camaro. Ethan Evers' team off the track 27th. Mike Edwards also out 28th. Clint Cox has been able to get around the outside of Tyler Lanen. We'll take over that 2nd spot. We'll see if he can run down race leader Hayden Lowell. Gap between is about a half second. Closing in on giving away the halfway points. Top 10 pickup points at halfway. 10 points to the leader, down to 1 point to 10. Cox pulls away from Lanen, but not able to run down Hayden Lowell very much. Top 3 go single file. There's Sims, Green. Let's see if we got anybody in a battle. John Garrett, Jake Lawrence. This is 14th and 15th. Behind them, you see Dalton Hayes, Jeremy Scher. That's 16th and 17th. So a couple of 2-car battles going on. And Montrose able to get by the 27 of Levi Heilman. Heilman drifting back. Of Talmadge running down Chris Stamper. Talmadge has 6 lap fresher tires. Should be able to get by. Pick up that 8th spot. And indeed he does. Talmadge back up to 8th after that pit cycle. He has the freshest tires in the entire top 9 machines. The only one fresher than top 10 is 10th, Isaac Shelley. That Sirius Satellite Dodge. Still about 4.5 tenths at the front. Cox Lane and Sims Green. Mullins, Talmadge. Still see that right front damage on Steed's car. Talmadge was able to get around, now Stamper. Yeah, right front tire on that white Corvette sticking out. Not the aerodynamic solution that team is looking for. Ethan says Trenton got hit on pit lane by somebody. Halfway is completed. Let's check out where our stage points were issued. Hayden got 10, Clint Cox 9, Tyler Lane 8, Sims 7, Green pickup 6, Cliff Mullins 5, Jarrett Talmadge 4, Trenton Sneed 3, Chris Stamper 2, and Isaac Shelley picks up the final point at halfway. That means we're not all that far away. Another round of pit stops. We'll see if anyone short pits it. Wouldn't be surprised if someone with damage like Trenton would get down pit lane, get that fixed, and get the times back up. Chris Stamper. There we go. 14 laps in that run for Stamper. He's on pit lane. Realized it's a 3-stopper and wants to split them up in half, it seems. 69 on pit lane. Out of the top 10 position and on the pit lane. Lowell Cox, top 2. Kellogg's machine is 1 lap down, Jeff Perchotsky. Double zero Tim No on and off the pit lane. He's falling to 25th as he came down. You can see Stamper heading out back on track. You'll have to hope for it to stay green. Because Perchotsky is your lucky dog over there. Just past halfway, the Arc Music Gen 4 Cup Series race here at Auto Club Speedway. Hayden Lowell had early competition from Tyler Lanen, but now Lanen hits the pit lane. Jolene Ruby Sims and the Barbie Ford right behind that wheel and dodge. So the 64 and 6 on the pit lane together. Starting to see a variety of strategies employed here. Will Asherbrenner, the 31 car, taking extended repairs on pit lane. Lowell leads Cox. Looking around for battles once again. Field got spread out after that green flag run. There's not a lot of battles at the moment. So our only hope is tires propelling cars to catch up quicker. Closest one by the numbers right now is Dalton Hayes in his 27 that he's running down. Hayes got the old SS headlights on here. That moves Hayes up to 12th. John Garrett's trying to track down Ian Montrose. That's a battle for 8th. Andrew Beach going by Levi Heilman. And right behind them, Travis Martin. The 27's heading in the wrong direction. Does have a bit older tire than everybody else. 19 laps for the 27 versus 12 and 13 for the two cars passing. It won't be long until we see that 27 hit the pit lane. Looks like Cliff Mullins bringing his Pontiac to the pits. That's John Garrett behind him. 66 also hitting the pit lane. We got 30 laps to go. There'll still be one more stop from here. I believe there's 25 lap marks that we were told. Cole continues to lead, running right up by the wall. Cox running up that second groove. Talmadge running right down by the white line. Dalton Hayes headed to the pit lane. I think that was Prochatsky we heard rubbing the wall. Like Prochatsky heading to the pit lane. Hayden Lowell race leader. Clint Cox second, both on the pit lane. I'll leave Talmadge and Shelley out on track. I tell you, cars like Hayden Lowell might be in trouble. They both just went 22 laps. These cars can stretch it a little bit farther. It could be real interesting on the fuel numbers. Real interesting. The top 12 cars have yet to make their next pit stop. Talmadge leads in the 29 Pennzoil machine. Isaac Shelley looking to take that away. Blue and white 7 down to the inside in 3. Completes the pass of Jarrett Talmadge. Isaac Shelley to the race lead. A complete lap 50. 30 laps to go. Talmadge fighting back on the inside. Doesn't want to give up the lead just yet. Shelley able to hang on to it. See some left front damage on Chris Stampy back there. Stamper first car a lap down right now. Winner at Daytona, so as long as he makes enough starts, doesn't have to worry about points. Daniel Llewellyn's peeled off for the pit lane. His Pontiac, see right front damage to his Pontiac. You can see Stamper able to get by. Get his lap back here, even with that left front damage. Just can't be handling as good as it once was. Let's get the driver chat back in for a little bit, see if they're behaving now. All quiet. I love it. Cars that have been to pit lane. Sims 8 laps ago. Hayden Lowell 3 laps ago. 12th and 13th. And that gap back to Lehman. Clint Cox. Stamper right in front of the leader. Piper Prochatsky now 2 laps down, as is Daniel Llewellyn.
One pitting this time.
Ian Montrose in the 4th position. He's 3 wide there. Not ideal.
One over.
There goes Ian Montrose to the pit lane.
Sorry, dude.
You're good, brother. No worries.
Like he brings Justin Sipes down in the 55. Sipes probably still had another 2 laps, maybe 3 before he had to come down. That could make it real tight on the fuel number. I guess he decided not to try and push the issue. Car's best on fuel right now. Isaac Shelley at the 7.
Single time, beach.
There's Travis Martin.
85 critic.
Scott Elston. Hello, dear. Talmadge comes down. Lawrence comes down. Shelley stays out.
7 this time. 7 this time.
Has to come down this time. That's going to leave him about 3 laps short on my calculations. 22 laps seems about as far as these cars can go on a tank. Here comes the race leader Isaac Shelley to the pit lane. JR Deal. He's dodged to the pit lane. We'll see if Dustin Adams stays out, and he does. Give Adams the race lead with 25 to go in the number 25 Chevy. He's got about 7 seconds over Hayden Lowell, Lowell on fresh tires.
Nice save there.
Adams been 22 laps since he's been to the pit lane. He'd probably have to go at least one more lap if he's going to try to make this on one stop. We'll see if he saved enough in that 25 machine. And it looks like he has not. 25. Going to hit the pit lane. He'll need some help with the caution if he wants to make it to the end. That'll give the race lead back to Hayden Lowell in the 56. Clint Cox will be almost 2 seconds back in the 03. Jolene Sims in 3rd. Sims a bit over tire though, so should be drifting backwards in the pink number 6 Ford. Tyler Lane in 4th, same strategy as Sims. Cliff Mullins a little bit fresher tire, running there in 5th, and then Thomas Green relatively fresh compared to everyone around him. Best tires in the top 10. Jarrett Talmadge just came down 2 laps ago. So we'll see if Talmadge is able to recover back towards the front of the field. It looks like everyone is going to have to pit one more time, but these pit stops will be splash and goes for a lot of these drivers. Of course, one caution could change everything and put everybody on the same strat. But we will see how it unfolds. See the 25 making his way off the pit lane back there. Went from race leader to a lap down. Dustin Adams now 23rd. Hayden Lowell 2 seconds over Clint Cox, Jolene Ruby Sims, Tyler Lane and Thomas Green, Cliff Mullins, Chris Stamper, Jarrett Talmadge, John T. Garrett, Isaac Shelley, your top 10. Trenton Sneed 11th. Dalton Hayes 12th. Ian Montrose 13th. Levi Heilman 14th. Jeremy Sheriff 15th. Andrew Beach hot on his tails in 16th. Travis Martin 17th. Jake Lawrence 18th. Justin Sipes in 19th. Scott Elston goes in 20th as Tim Noe in the 00 hits the pit lane, which should be his final stop. Should be able to make it from here. 00 on the pit lane. I believe that's Tyler Lanen. Tyler Lanen making his final stop. Should we go green the rest of the way? We'll see what that does for Tyler and the 64 team. Only 16 laps on that run for Lanen, so he's burning the tires up pretty quick. Hayden leads another lap, probably going to lock up the most laps led in this 56. Cox as Ruby Sims pits from third. Pit window is open to make it to the end, and we're starting to see drivers take advantage. It's like Chris Stamper brings the 69 to pit lane. Still see that left front damage. We'll see if he opts for the fast repair to fix that. Last week's Daytona winner. Bobcat Dairy Grill Chevy. It was Hayden to put him a lap down. But then Hayden will have to pit sometime between now and the end. Clint Cox, second place. Brings his Bobcat Dairy Grill Chevy to pit lane. We'll see if he's able to put some distance on Hayden with the fresher tires. Imagine we'll see Hayden this lap. He won't want to give up time. Not the case. Hayden stays out another lap. On the screen, Jarrett Talmadge. Jarrett probably wants to cut this in half for him, which would be roughly 25 and a half. I'm trying to figure out what that would be. Lap 12 or 13 on this run, so another 5 laps. Maybe we'll see Talmadge if he wants to cut him in half. He may just stay out, ride the tank dry, and come in for a splash. Could be a lot of different strategies employed here at the end of this one. Guys like Hayden, Thomas Green, Cliff Mullins, they're going to need a full tank anyway. Or at least over half a tank. They'll be sitting on pit road a while, so they'll probably at least take 2 tires.
56 pitting, 56 pitting, 56 pitting.
Race leader Hayden Lowell has 11-second lead over Thomas Green. Seems behind the 00. No came off the pit lane already, completing his stop. Here comes the Napa Chevy to the pit lane. It's down to the 55-mile-an-hour
Pitting
pit
in,
speed.
81, pitting in.
It's Trenton pitting out of the 6th spot. So 15 laps. He's splitting it just about in half as well. Looks like Cliff Mullins ahead of him, also pitting in. That's Dalton Hayes behind them. 47. Travis Martin, Jake Lawrence, Justin Sipes. And that is 15. Jeremy Scherer all hitting the pit lane here. Pit lane suddenly busy with 16 to go. Car that would have to stay the shortest amount of time if they only take the fuel they need would be Isaac Shelley in third. It's 3.5 seconds behind Jarrett Talmadge. Talmadge only 1 lap difference, so I think Talmadge will be in a better position. They go with the short fuel and don't take tires. Question is, will they be far enough ahead of the cars that did take tires? Hayden's only 29 seconds out of the lead right now. Clint Cox and Hayden Lowell are battling right now as the first cars that have completed their final stop. These drivers only about 2 seconds behind Dustin Adams, who had been trying to stretch that fuel mileage as Ian Montrose hits the pit lane. Clint Cox going to have to try and hold off Hayden Lowell here. And Clint came down 3 laps before Hayden. Now he got out in front of him. Now Hayden has those 3-lap fresher tires. Andrew Beach, the 71 car, peels off and hits pit lane. Hayden gets to the inside of Clint Cox. This could potentially be the battle for the lead and the win. 14 laps to go. Pit stops are done for these 2 cars. Everyone in front of them has to pit at least for fuel. Clint trying to hang on that right side quarter panel. Keep Hayden from being able to clear and come all the way up the track. Looks like unable to do so. Hayden cuts in front of the 0-3s. They go down the backstretch into turn 3. And catching the 9 of JR Deal. Jarrett Talmadge still leads Thomas Green, the Wheaties machine. They're in the 3rd spot. Looks like Stanford did not take the fast repair. So the left front still a little damaged there.
Thank you.
May not know he's damaged. Thomas Green into 3, hits the pit lane. 19 laps since he was last down. We'll see if any strategy gets employed here. Looks like Sipes tried 2 tires in the 55 car, but it hasn't done him a whole lot. He's currently back in 19th in the 55. Thomas Green pulls into the box. Scott Elston also on the pit lane. There's the 85, the last Delta Prime car still running. There's JR Deal. Number 9 bringing it down pit lane. Talmadge, Shelley, Heilman, your top 3, and then Hayden Wall. Hayden's already completed his stop. He goes around the outside of the Heilman car, and we have our 3rd caution. What a time for that.
I did not need that.
Trying to figure out who did it. Was it Thomas? Thomas trying to get off the pit lane, getting as much as he can. Slid it sideways, and that is what triggered the caution. I bet he feels awful. Because he did not
Sorry
need
about
that either.
caution, boys. I should not have put it out for you there.
Thomas Green brings out the caution. Now everybody can come in, top off the tank. Probably bolt on a set of tires, because if you don't, you're going to be a sitting duck. Unless you just came off the pit lane like Thomas Green. And Thomas Green's a lap down.
I got 0.70 gallons. I'm trying to save, man. I gotta make it.
I think that's Levi Heilman. 27 car, 22 laps since he's been to the pit lane, but pits are closed. Trying not to take the penalty in the 27. The right front and right rear damage to this machine. The rest of the field. Talmadge your leader, Shelley second. Hayden Lowell technically 4th.
I made it.
Catches up. Sure, Hayden will. Well, I thought he might stay out. He's decided not to. It's only been 6 laps, but tires that important. 7 car is spun on pit lane. Isaac Shelley. And the 7 spins out going to the pit lane. See if we can see what happened to the Sirius Dodge. Just lost it under braking. Around it went on pit entry. Probably wishes we didn't see that. That'll cost Isaac some spots. Adams stays out. I am scared. Adams believing this puts him in his pit window to make it to the end. Unfortunately, the tires are going to eat him alive. Jarrett Talmadge, first one on and off the pit lane. Restart ahead of Hayden Lowell. And if Adams chooses the inside, Hayden will be restarting behind the car with no tires. That always gets spicy. Justin Adams has stayed out in the 25. That is a very risky move. We have Jarrett Talmadge, Hayden Lowell, Clint Cox, Jolene, Ruby Sims, Levi Heilman, Tyler Layden in 7th. All these cars getting a fresh set of tires. Daniel Lawala, Isaac Shelley had to take some damage repair. with the spin there. Cliff Mullins and Chris Stamper. Mullins gets the lucky dog. Stamper, John Garrett, and the 81 of Trenton Steed, the 5 Jesper Chotsky, and pretty much everyone else that was stuck behind the pace car until we get to our leader.
Oh no, somebody stay down.
They all get the wave around.
Uh-oh.
Ton of cars right now hauling ass with the wave around. Dalton Hayes, Travis Martin, Jacob Lawrence, Andrew Beach, Jeremy Scheer, Tim No, all getting the lap back there. The field comes back together. There's Cliff Mullins. He was the lucky dog. Let's see where Stamper and company are. And Garrett. Those cars can make it to the end on fuel, but they didn't get to get tires here. But that is the true statement for everyone outside the top 10. Cliff Mullins with the lucky dog able to get at least a pit stop in. Dustin Adams is your race leader. So we get set for the restart. 7 laps to go from Auto Club Speedway in the Arc Music Gen 4 Cup Series. 25 on old tires here. Let's see what kind of restart he can get. Hayden's going to immediately look to the inside before he gets to the start-finish line. We'll see how race control handles that. But oh yeah, it's him. As he clears to the race lead. 3 wide. So 25 suffers that no tire situation. And Sims get up in there.
Gotta put this time, put this time.
Who was pitting this time? Like someone may have got a black flag there. Thomas Green in a 3. Blue car picked up a penalty and had to go to the pit lane. Rough break for Thomas Green, been running fairly strong all race long. See Hayden all out in front of Click Cox, Jarrett Talmadge, Levi Heilman, Isaac Shelley, Ruby Sims, Tyler Lehman. There's Adams. Chris Mullins coming up past Adams, as Adams is staying out strategy, not going well. Five laps to go from Auto Club Speedway. Hayden out front of Clint Cox and Jarrett Talmadge. Heilman and Isaac Shelley are top 5. Watch this battle for second as Hayden's skating away. It's like the 7 machine of Shelley got all kinds of out of shape coming out of turn number 2, allowing Jolene Sims and Tyler Layden to get by. As the 7 falls to 7th. Trenton Sneed's gotten by Dustin Adams for 10th. Trenton rebounds to the top 10, taking that wave around. Cox edges out ahead of Talmadge.
Sorry for the pants. 81 held me tight.
Oh, Jolene Sims going around.
Sorry, Travis.
There is our 4th caution. They're wrecking behind him too. Ian Montrose goes around in the 1. Looks like maybe he checked up for what was going on ahead, and around he went.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm dying.
Let's go far chase and see what we can see up ahead. Let's see Lane, that's not Lane. Who's that? That's 25 bouncing off of Chotsky there. Montrose gets out of shape on his own right in front of Travis, and then Beach gets him in the rear. Gives him the old Cliff Mullins and spins him to the inside. You see Lanen already sitting down there. Lanen and Sims battling for the last spot in the top 5. Sims gets up and into the wall and then down into Lanen, unfortunately. Lanen, one of those times where he was an innocent bystander. Jolene Sims couldn't hang on to the car off turn number 2. Bounces down into Tyler Lanen. One more look at it. The Barbie Ford will get out of shape. Goes up and into the outside wall off turn number 2, then yanks it off the wall right into Tyler Lanen's right front.
Sorry, but I didn't think you were just going to slam on the brakes in front of me.
Well, it wasn't slamming on the brakes. It was rolling down to get to the inside because it kept telling me to pass you, and for some reason you refused to let that happen.
We got yellow flag drama.
I'm going to be hard, guys. Watch out, please.
That's the 25.
I just accidentally bumped Justin, like, under caution, and it got rid of his lucky dog. Is there any way you can get that back?
I think he accidentally bumped him, right? Dalton Hayes yeeting the 25.
Sorry, Thomas, I wasn't paying attention. You're good.
Didn't really slam on brakes, but definitely checked up some. That was about a 50-50 issue between those two drivers. Both had a little bit of fault. Now all those drivers that didn't get to pit the last time around can pit this time. Some of them taking that offer, some of them not. Dalton Hayes on off the pit lane for nothing. Didn't stop in his box. Stamper first one on and off, taking 4 tires in 15th. See what kind of recovery the 69 machine can make.
We wreck again. I have to pit, sadly.
Hayden, Cox, Talmadge, Heilman, Shelley, Mullins, Ruby Sims, Daniel Wallen, Trenton Sneed, John Garrett, your top 10. Travis Martin 11th, Jeremy Scherer 12th. So the top 8 came down 7 laps ago and put on tires. Then you have Sneed, it's been 14 laps for him. Got Garrett 16, Travis Martin 14, Jeremy Scherer 14. And Tyler Lanen
taking the
7.
top on the restart.
And after Tyler Lanen, cars that just came off the pit lane, Dalton Hayes. Dalton not showing having stopped in his box or taken any service. And Chris Stanford, first one with tires, 15th. Along with No, Lawrence, Montrose, Beach, Adams, J.R. Deal. J.R. Deal was the lucky dog, 21st. 1 lap down, 22nd. Jeff Rachowski. Scott Elson, 23rd, a lap down. And Thomas Green, 24th, 1 lap down. We go into our first attempt at a green-white checker. We'll get 3 shots at it. Hayden Long heard him in the radio, choosing the high line for the restart. First leader to do so today, but the way he's been getting his jumps, I don't think it's going to matter too much. He didn't pass before the finish line, but he did get out of order before the finish line, if that makes sense. He jumped down and put his nose below him. Correct, Corey. What Corey said. Levi says, I will win, running in the 3rd spot right now. Levi, if you win, I will paint you a DGS racing car so you can have a sponsor. Green flag's back out in the air. Peyton Lowell takes off. Clint Cox and Levi Heilman. And then Levi disappears a few times. They battle for second. Hayden loving to see that in his mirror. So side-by-side action continues. All kinds of action going on back in the pack. We stay up with the front cars. Once again, the 27 having some connection issue. Cox trying to give him a run. And Heilman hits the outside wall in corner entry and then loses his hood and attaches itself once again as Hayden walks off turn number 4. He's going to see the white flag in the air and a much wanted to see one as no caution can interrupt him now. Hayden, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go at Auto Club Speedway. Cox and Heilman still battle for second. Jarrett Talmadge right there in 4th. Isaac Shelley in the 5th spot. Cliff Mullins 6th. The top 6 is broken away from the rest of the field. Not like they
71,
are
I'm sorry, man. I was trying to. I fucked up. I'm sorry.
crashing in the back. 25 and 71. Hayden's going to bring it off turn number 4 and pick up the win as we watch Clint Cox and Levi Heilman and Jarrett Talmadge settle it for second through fourth. And it looks like Heilman will hang on to third over Talmadge. Shelley
24 hours to submit protest, guys. That was a really great race.
fifth, Cliff Mullins sixth, Jolene seventh. Wow, Jolene Sims seventh. Can't say them both at the same time. Trenton Sneed eighth. Daniel Wallen picks up a top 10. Good job, Daniel. Jeremy Scherer a top 10. Awesome job there. Travis Martin 11th. Jake Lawrence 12th. Dalton Hayes 13th. John Garrett 14th after all that. Tyler Lanen brings it home 15th. Looks like he is angry. We'll see what he ends up doing. This could be interesting. Letting the 6 know he's not very happy. After the 6 got into the wall and bounced into Lanen. But voiced in a way that won't give him a penalty next week. Chris Stamper, Tim Noe, Ian Montrose, Jared Deal, and Andrew Beach round out your top 20. If we can get the top 3, Heilman, Cox, and Lowell to the waiting room for interviews, please, and thank you. Watch Hayden do his burnouts here. I don't think I have a chopper cam here, but let's try it anyway. Yeah. No bueno. We'll go after this one. Sometimes I'll just set a burnout cam at some of the tracks. Heilman, Cox, and Lowell. Yeah, Levi. Levi, DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, we brought it home third. You said you would win. I'm a little disappointed, but still a top 3. Good night for you. Good debut. How do we feel about the racing tonight?
I did say I would win. I really tried. It was really hard going in the 3. I hit the wall, and then I mean it was a really tough race for me. I don't usually do like fuel races, and I was praying for that caution, and it was amazing that I got it.
Well, came out just the right time then. Everyone got to reset, get on the same strategy, and get out there and race for it. And you did bring it home third. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs. I know you run a playing car, but just in case.
Let me see. I don't have sponsors anymore, sadly.
Well, we can always throw my sponsor on there if you want to.
All right, your sponsor.
Well, Arc Music puts on the series for us, so thank Arc Music. Good job for putting on the series for us, getting us our broadcasts. And yeah, DJSRacing.com to check out all these series we have to offer. Levi, congrats on your third place on your debut here. We appreciate you, and hopefully we'll see you do awesome in the other series as well.
Thank you.
Levi Heilman bringing it home in P3. Let's go find Clint Cox. Clint brought it home in second. See if he's hanging around anywhere. I don't see him at the moment. We'll go ahead and pull Hayden in if we don't. There he is. I found Clint. He's just down in his team chat. Clint, DG, you got a copy? Clint?
Yeah.
There we go. Hi, DG. How we doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good. You brought it home P2 tonight. What did you need to maybe try to get the jump on Hayden there and get the lead away from him and steal the win?
I think I need to know what the setup was. We was kind of up in there and what the setup was there in practice, or not practice, when I was practicing, testing on my own a little bit. I didn't really know what the setup track condition was going to be, and I was way off, so I was kind of in the dark there for this race.
But you got a strong run tonight. Brought it home P2. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to Bobcat Dairy Bar, Philip Angel, Tim No, Chris Stamper, Dustin Adams, all Team 606. We was out here racing hard tonight, just come up a little short.
And forward. We put on a heck of a show. It was fun to watch, and hopefully we'll see you back here next week.
All right, man, we'll be back.
That's Clint Cox in the 03. We're going to home P2. Now we go find Hayden Lowell in the 56 and get our winner in here, which, you know, he's another one that just wants to hang out in team chat. Hayden, DG, you got a copy? Hey.
Hi, Swiss.
That amazes me. It never works on the first line.
This headset's weird. It's my old headset did it just fine. Something about having this wireless headset. I mean, the Logitech one was fine. It's the Corsair one that has this weird lag thing. So.
Which is funny because I have a Corsair wireless headset.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's you. It's just you.
To up you or something.
It's just you.
Probably.
As Rowdy says, user error.
Probably. I mean, honestly.
congrats on the win tonight. You made it look kind of easy. You did have some battles there early on with Landon, and then some pit strategies were getting guys out in front of you, but you always had the tire to run them back down and get back past. So it looked like fairly pedestrian night for you. How was it out there?
Yeah, that middle part of the race was pretty much just run your own race, run the track, don't race other guys, save the tire. Clint there, the 03, he kept me on my toes all night. It might have looked fairly pedestrian, but he had me looking at the relative in the mirror quite a bit. He just never would seem to go away, and um got some gaps on pit road and made a pretty bold move on a restart to get the track position back, and ended back up in victory lane.
Yeah, we were going to ask the admin if what kind of move was that, if it was legal to change lanes before the start finish line.
So I made the move, and I was like, wait, can I do that? So under the next caution, I pulled up the rule book, and there's nothing in our rule book about that.
10-4.
So I guess I'm fine. Is my thought process. I read through general race procedure and restarts, and there's nothing there about changing lanes prior to the start finish line. I can't get a black flag for my racing, and I'm good pretty much. So can't lay back, which I didn't. So by our rule book, I'm good. So
Well,
victory lane, victory lane.
Tyler Lanen just volunteered to sit out of the race car so that he can sit up in race control and EOL everyone that causes a wreck.
That would be a tempting proposition if it wasn't the middle of the season. I don't like to change things that much middle of the season, especially when it comes to EOL for causing wrecks and something that's very very subjective.
Very
in
subjective.
that regard. So
very subjective. It's actually why we don't do it.
pretty much, yeah.
If you feel bad about a wreck, you can EOL yourself.
Race control is always wrong. So
exactly. No one likes race control, which no one likes Hayden, so it wouldn't really matter.
Maybe I can just race control.
Exactly. All right, bud. Congrats on the win. Hit me with the friends and family sponsor shoutouts.
I'd like to thank you, Swiss, for putting on the broadcast. I'd like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, C2X, and Matic Motorsports. As always, would like to thank all of our other partners at the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Did I get everybody? Am I forgetting something?
I mean, you went through
all
it really
the other
fast.
admins. All the other admins.
You got to thank Tyler Lanen for giving you a reason to race.
Yeah. Tyler Lanen. Like I told you early in the race, Tyler definitely cleaned some stuff up tonight. Really proud of him for following through on some stuff. So big props to him. Big props to everybody in this field for
the part I'm most proud of with Tyler tonight is after the 6 car bounced off the wall and took him out of the race, he went up to the 6 to show his displeasure, but didn't make contact with the car. Was just there, like, hey.
That is character development right there.
It is. I'm so proud of him.
So really proud of Tyler for showing that growth. And like I started to say, proud of everybody, because the middle of this race was absolutely fantastic. We had 2 green flag pit stops?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Was it? I think 2 green flag pit. What am I getting 3 from? But
because 2 es muy loco.
Apparently, yeah, we'll go with that. So 2 weeks through with the Gen 4 car, and we've had a ton of green flag racing. So I am insanely proud of everybody for that. I didn't have super high expectations, and I'm sure they'll come crashing down to earth at some point. But this has been fantastic so far. This is better than I could have asked for. Off week next week for Valentine's Day, and we'll get right back into it.
Yeah, 2 weeks off. So get your Gen 4s taken care of, get them all fixed back up, and bring them back out in 2 weeks' time. Appreciate you for all you do for our leagues, and congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
As Hayden Lowell in the 56 getting the win. Let's go ahead and look at our final results here from the Auto Club Speedway. Hayden Lowell picking up the win, obviously. Clint Cox second, Levi Heilman rounding out the podium. Jarrett Talmadge and Isaac Shelley, teammates pick up top 5s. Cliff Mullins, Jolene Sims, Trenton Sneed, Daniel Wallen, and Jeremy Scherer. Quite a who's who of old schoolers there in the top 10. Then we go to our 11 through 20. Travis Martin, Jake Lawrence, Dalton Hayes, John Garrett, Tyler Lane, and Chris Stamper, Tim No, Ian Montrose, J.R. Deal, Andrew Beach. And then we have Dustin Adams, Thomas Green, Scott Elson, Jeff Rachotsky, Justin Sipes, Will Asherbranner, Ethan Evers, and Mike Edwards. Thank you all so very much for being here. We appreciate you being part of our Sidewinder racing community. If you're looking to join in and Join in all the fun on the racetrack. Go to dgsracing.com, click that big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord, and you can sign up to run any of our 9 different leagues. Come on, check it out, dgsracing.com. Let's go to our sponsor slides, pay the bills, and get on out of here tonight. Wild Horse Broadcasting does our ARCA series on Monday. Rev Sim Shop does our Tuesday night Dirt Street Stock Leagues. We appreciate them. Then the awesome rock band Labor 12 out of Lubbock, Texas puts on our Truck Series every Tuesday night. Then Arc Music does our Cup Series that you just watched here tonight. Fort Worth Screen Printing, they've moved to Thursdays with the Xfinity Series, but always appreciate John C. Garrett, one of our oldest sponsors in the series, and we mean that as in long term and not anyone's age. Then we have Golden Eagle Syrup doing our Friday Super Speedway Series, and CTC Race Network doing our Indy Cars on Friday nights. Come check them all out. We'd love to have you be part of the community. Once again, dgsracing.com. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next race.